Sorry, back to War Division. Sorry, I was interrupted for a moment there. That's what happens when you kind of do this on as kind of a part-time thing and work calls. But anyway, so we were at Catone talking about evade. I think by the time my Catone actually gets to 99 and I can have a full evade team, uh, evade wouldn't even be a thing anymore. I guess you can still ambush people that have no accuracy, but it's gonna be harder to pick out. Definitely a lot harder to pick out people that are weak to evade than to find out who's evade and just be like, yeah, I'm not fighting you. Super Stern actually comes with evade, so I think Super Stern is actually a very good choice for an evade team. That's why I don't really fight Super Stern with evade teams because he hits like a truck even without vision cards and espers, and he comes with his own evade skill. Right now I'm working on Frederica and Caesar. Uh, Frederica is nice because I can get 5 shards from the friend quest. I can get 5 shards from the friend shards, coins, whatever. Two 2 shards from hard quest, and if I reset it, I can get 9 Frederica shards a day. 9 a day. Close to, well, okay. 9 a day, and I need another 260. That's basically a month to get Frederica up and running. I think I can get her up and running. Okay, actually 9 a day. Um, 9 a day times 7 is 63 plus 5, 68 a week. Yeah, I don't think it will make that big of a difference. Maybe 20 days. Give it 20 days was when I'll max out Frederica. Well, right now a lot of these maps are anti-gunner anyway, so I don't think I'm not in much of a hurry to max out Frederica. Although I recently maxed out because of the Howlet banner. Um, when I say banner, the banner's Howlet, but during certain banners, certain older units, you'll get shards through the Whimsy shop. There was a ton of Oldoa shards through the Whimsy shop, so I think Oldoa I'm gonna try to max, but I ran out of Rainbow Vision ores along the way because I was building up the 2 vision cards. I think actually recording it uh on laptop actually works a little bit better than recording it on the phone. Several advantages. I don't got random people calling me. I don't get spam. I don't get people messaging me. My friends don't have to make a random cameo that they didn't want to. This old Doa apron is literally one of the best TMRs, maybe second to Ziza's bells. Because even though it doesn't give accuracy or evade, it gives that revitalization benefit of instantly increasing your AP. It's amazing for Super Stern. And thank God you don't have to. It's not female only. Because if it was female only, that would nerf Super Stern greatly. And for my evade build, I'm probably going either for if I'm going for Caesar already, because I'm trying to get her bells. And Caesar is like the second to last UR I ever got. I'm talking regular units. The latest UR I got is Super Stern. Um, Not including the ones from the banner. So like the latest UR I got was Super Stern. I didn't pull on the banner. I didn't think it was. I didn't think I was able to max him out, so I didn't bother. I did ended up collecting a bunch of the shards though for Super Stern because I figure I would pull them eventually. I didn't want to run the banner rate because when you run that Super Stern banner, you have like an 80% chance or 90% chance of pulling regular Stern. So that kind of turned me off, and I was like, nah. Because normally what happens is on a banner, I think it's if it's 2 people, you get 40% each, and then 20% of getting a regular UR for the pity. So I didn't want to try to roll for Super Stern there. And the way I saw it, the loss was about 50 shards because I think that's how many shards you would get from doing his EX quest or whatever it is. So that's 50 shards. His shards are worth double. Generally, 1 shard is worth 50 Visor, so 50 shards is about 5,000 Visor that you would be saving, which is a decent chunk. It's a good chunk, but I figured Either I save the 5,000 Visio, or I spend another 30, 40,000 trying to get them. And I wasn't gonna post those kind of rates. Once I'm done with right now the people I just finished Odoa, so right now I'm about to finish Kilfei. So the people I'm running for the hard quest is Vineta, Frederica, Caesar, Victoria. I'm leveling Victoria because I think Kane is coming next week, and I'll have a full Lancer team. Not that you really need a full Lancer team. I think most of the time you're running two of one weapon type, and then a healer. Uh, but Victoria is actually really, really good, especially with jumping, the jump skills. Jump skills are, in my opinion, really broken in PvP. Like I avoid jump people more than I avoid evade people. If I see a person who jump, I'm more likely to fight the evade team than I am the jump team. Uh, so from a tier of like stuff I don't want to fight, evade team, evade teams with super stern, evade teams super stern, and then jump. And I think above even evade teams is jump teams, because sometimes jump teams have evade too. So it's like, not only can I not hit you, you jump and now I can't hit you at all. So they're a huge pain to deal with. I want to level up Mediana mostly for the TMR. Because in terms of like power creeping, I think Ildira power creeps her in every way almost. For especially for farming. Um, I don't think Ildira is all that good in I mean, I don't think Mediana is all that good in PvP compared to Ildira. Mediana is good because she has a whole bunch of her TMR is really good, and she has a whole bunch of abilities that gives you Imperil, especially with Green Mage. So that's why she's good. But then in terms of like stats wise, I think she's squishier than Ildira. Um, Ice is less of, because most of the magic tanks are either ice or fire, so ice is not that useful against them. At least for the guys that are fire, Udira's got a water gun sword and it's magic, so it's a little bit better against them. So I'm kind of putting Mediana on hold. I want to go back to Stern, um, but I think I just got him to Limit Break 3. I want to go back to Stern, but I feel like I'll just wait for that. I'll wait for the anniversary and hope I pop shards for him. For Stern, I'm hoping he'll probably be the first EX job I get if I ever get if when EX jobs comes to global. I'll probably run Stern as my first EX or Mont. Uh, Less so Mont because I have other tanks. And well, technically I only have one tank and it's Rain. This mouse is actually really good. Doing it on the emulator version. I want to level up Sasayaki or Whisper is good. Dario's good, but yeah, I didn't really have a chance to level them up. I was mostly focused on the URs. At this point, my UR line is getting pretty thin. Um, without like so once I finish these four, whoever I level up next is gonna be around the 50s, other than Stern. So I'll probably go for Ketone. Um, I don't particularly have any other UR that I itching to level or that I'm super in love with. How does this Engelbert I guess is decent, but I'm not really interested in getting him as a tank. I figure maybe Cecil would work as a better tank, especially because he's free. And I'm expecting to get a bunch of Engelbert Cecil shards. But yeah, I don't have too many of these guys that I'm very interested in leveling. Um, so probably Whisper, Stern, and Ketone. And that's it. Off to vision cards. Okay, well, let's do espers first because it's fast. All my espers are around 70-ish. And of course, I haven't really, let's say, awakened to the esper uh, mechanic until recently. I don't think this filter works. I want one where it's level. Does that work? Level? Okay. So I haven't really I wasn't too sure about what to do with espers for the longest time. So I recently realized Odin's really good because of the 25% man eater. That will beat basically anything. That will beat any kind of like 15 slash or whatever. Uh, Man eater is insanely good because it's got more magic on the board and the same amount of magic attack on the board as Ramu, and he has 15% man eater. So uh, so Mind Flayer is incredibly good. Ramu was my first vision card in Esper, and I gave it to Ayaka for whatever reason, which I guess to a certain extent was good. Um, but now I kind of realize he kind of sucks. The only good thing about Ramu, I guess, here is what I'll probably do is I'll try to get him to have that 25% water killer, and then just go after Glaciella with it. Um, I did pick my Ramu was at 62-ish, and I picked him over Gaion because Ramu water killer is more useful than a Gaion I'm never going to use. Gaion's good for any kind of magic sword unit, but the problem with them is I gotta level up the resonance. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to do it for all my magic sword guys, which at the moment I have two. I have Howlet and I have Ryu. The problem with those two is they both have resonance already with Diablo and Ramu, who are magic attackers. So and I'm just running them as magic attackers, particularly Howlet for the jamming thrust. So I'm not really running them as a slasher to begin with. But if I was to run them as a slasher, I would run my guy on. But keep in mind the stupid resonance mechanic in this game, as if it couldn't get more grindy. In order to get 100% resonance with a character or level 10 resonance with any Esper, that character has to be equipped with the Esper and clear 1,000 battles. That's how crazy this is. What I do is I go to chapter 2, chapter 4, scene 2, chapter 8, or scene 2 part 428, right? Chapter 4, scene 2, part 8. And I just clear that with Ildira, or I clear that with Little Leela in one turn. And I just basically do that, set that on auto, and then leave the computer on and let them do it overnight. That would be about 100 per 90 per 999 energy. And really, that's where these bonus packs come in, right? Uh, Waiting for it to load. That's where these bonus packs come in. Um, Especially these two, the equipment and the unit trainer. The unit trainer, valid for 13 more hours. Oh, I still have this. Okay. The unit trainer one is insane. What it does is it gives you double the JP, so that's really useful. Except double JP doesn't really stack, and that's where I kind of wish I had Ramza, because Ramza has the support ability. But anyways, this gives you double JP, which is a nice bonus, but realistically what you're aiming for is this Esper resonance. So what Esper resonance does is it doubles the amount of resonance you gain. Uh for $8, I think that's decent value considering the amount of time you gotta cut if you're really serious about being competitive in this game. Um Pay to win. Basically it cuts the 1,000 battles to get to 10 resonance down to 500, which you can easily do with about 299 299s, and you just two 999 bars of RNG NRG. Um, it's still a grind. And I would just leave it on my. And the thing with having the emulator and my phone, the emulator crashes a lot, but it doesn't really crash if you set it on if you just set it on auto and let it play overnight. I don't really want to do that to my phone because it's um it's a Note 9, and I have enough issues with the Note 9 screen problem. If there was an update and the screen kind of blares. And because of the way this game works, when it goes to sleep in the energy saver mode, it really messes up with my screen. So I don't play, I don't do these auto farms on my phone. And basically my pattern is I set up the NRG, I run maybe 400 NRG of these chapter 4 scene 2 8. I just run that uh about 400 energy, prop the Whimsy Shop. Once the Whimsy Shop is procced, I'll play maybe like an hour worth of multi, and then come back, or an hour and a half of multi, come back, and then do it again, and just keep proccing the Whimsy Shop because because the Whimsy Shop actually has more slots now, and it basically helps me level up, get more shards for the new units. So that's Ramu and Diablo. Siren is also one of the best. Siren, I think, is the best for Glaciella and Victora. Glaciella, because she has 25 slash resist. 25 slash resist is crazy, and then on top of the 15 pierce, that makes Glaciella even better. I think Glaciella naturally has like 20 slash resist plus Solidus plus this. It's looking at like 60-70% slash resist, which is amazing. The problem with putting her on Glaciella is now you're 20% weak to lightning. Um, Not that because of the slash resist, I don't think Sid can kill you in one shot, but Frederica might. Uh, and that's where giving her to Victora is good because Victora is weak to fire and Siren resists fire, so that'll cancel out the fire resist. Um, I learned this as I was playing the arena and as I was looking through the units more, because there aren't too many guides out there that says best unit, what's the best Esper and unit combo. Iron Giant is one of the best ones. It's got slash resist, slash damage, so I leveled him up, and he's MR, so he's a little easier to level up. Tetris Sylphid, I have her leveled up, and I equip her to both my gunners. Uh, but in a gunner team, it's gonna be Tetris Sylphid Odin, right? Because she's got, I think, 25% evade and missile, right? She got 15 missile, 25 evade. The 25 evade is crazy. Is it 25 or is it 15? That's 10, that's 10, 18, 15 evade. 15 evade is pretty crazy. The gunners aren't as evadey as the ninjas, but they have their own innate evade skill, and they have pretty good luck and agility. So the gunners are great. Fenrir is Fenrir is very good too for a slash unit. What you want to do is give them to those slash units that are weak to magic, because Fenrir has magic resist. Shiva is the I believe was the Shiva. I believe they advertise her as the evade esper. Uh, but basically Shiva and Ramu is about the same, right? So this is the same as Ramu. This is the same as Ramu. So it's just a matter of you want Wind Eater or you want Pierce Resist compared to Ramu. Um, so Shiva and Ramu I don't think are particularly good. Ifrit, uh, Ifrit, Titan, and Siren are the best. Are the three piercing espers. Uh, got your attack, evasion, pierce up, and then you either want Ice Eater or Missile Resist. I'm still deciding whether I want Ice Eater or Missile Resist. Uh, so Odin's with the Manslayer. I guess Manslayer 25 plus slash 15 is insane. But other ones to know about are like are Twin-Headed Dragon. Twin-Headed Dragon I think is decent. I think mostly he's decent, and people level him for the Dart Killer more than anything else. Because when you look at him, he doesn't look that great. His evasion is over here. Evade and accuracy is pretty good. You get a little bit of pierce resist, slash up, and then probably go for Dark Eater. Probably go slash up Dark Eater. But he gets a little bit more evade, so he's good for evade teams. Hold up. I don't think he gets a little bit more evade. I think that was accuracy. Yeah, he only gets 2 evade nodes. Um, The ones that I want to level up but don't really have the resources right now is Titan. Titan's decent for uh Pierce. So Titan's got the Pierce up over here, and Spirit. Titans Pierce up and Spirit is interesting. I mean, I don't know any. Uh, I guess that's I guess that's who you give Glaciella, right? Because now that'll make her more resistant to magic and slash, which is the two major attack types right now. Um, or basically anyone that's weak to magic, but you're going for Spirit. I think Behemoth is another Pierce one. Behemoth, Ochu. There's like 4 or 5 Pierce espers, but there's only one missile attack esper. But a lot of these MR ones are insane. Like you get 3 attack over here, or 3 magic over here. You get your slash up 15, and then you get Light Eater. So Behemoth is actually really good. Just these right here make him insane. Uh, Light Eater 15, because most tanks in the game are light. So Engelbert, Warrior of Light, very weak to Behemoth. Behemoth is good. And then this is the magic version of Behemoth, right? Blood Moon. And that kind of lets you know like how crappy Shiva and Ramu are compared to these MR guys who have better nodes. So same node here as Ramu, you get an extra couple of percent of magic. I believe he has. He didn't have Dark Kill. I thought he did. And Charm Resist is good for Tower, I suppose. Uh, if he has Dark Killer, he'll be very good. But he doesn't. Still better than Ramu in terms of like the board though. But not like Mind Slayer crazy. Mind Flayer crazy. The other one here is Golem. This is the tanking Esper. But as you can see, I didn't know what the hell I was doing in the beginning. So I don't know why the heck my Shadow Lynx has max resonance with Golem. I mean, if it was Catone, I can understand, because Catone has Drain Force, and I can try a Drain Force build with him. Uh, but yeah, a lot of what I didn't know what I was doing as I was playing this game really shows. Pierce Resist. This is actually really good Pierce Resist. That's 10, 10, 25 Pierce Resist. It's really good. I'm going for the 15 Man Eater with the defense, and I just throw him on a tank, and basically now basically he's a tanky unit that gives defense, and he has Manslayer, which kind of evens him out with regular damage. Those are my espers. I'm gonna go to revision cards. And I haven't really leveled my espers until like recently. Because I was able to, because of the Royal 10, I have 3 Chocobo expeditions, and that becomes really good because normally I can't even fill my Chocobo gauge, but because of because now I have 3 teams, it fills it up really quickly. No, Ramu was my first 99. Ramu was my first Vision card, and it was the first card I got to 99. Um, maxing out vision cards, generally speaking, is actually really difficult unless you can buy those vision card upgrade packs in the shop for paid visual, where you get 50 shards of whichever one you pick. Ramu was the first one I leveled up, and it was a question between Ramu or Trousseau. And Trousseau is magic attack, so a lot of times like moves like uh moves like Water Gust Slash, they scale off magic, but they're considered slash attack, so they won't get a buff from Trousseau. But something like Flare, whatever, they'll get a buff from Trousseau. And according to the math, the buff from Trousseau is a bigger buff than the buff to Ramu, because Ramu is base 50 is 50% base stats, it's not 50% upgraded stats. So after Ramu, I leveled up. I got Solidus during the Crystal Chronicle event, and for the longest time, I thought he was limited. So what I did was I procced a bunch of shops, and I got him and this card right here. This card I got to 3 stars, and I almost maxed him, but time ran out. So at the end, what I did was I used whatever those October, September tokens, and I just bought all the Solidus because I thought Solidus was limited at the time. That was a bad idea. And that's how I got Solidus to 99. Also, there was I think there was a select 50 vision card shard that played a bit into that. And there was no way I can select the other Crystal Keeper of Your card. So Solidus is my second 99 vision card, and then the third one is Fenrir. Fenrir Solidus setup basically is similar to a Death Machine Odin setup. I think if anything, Death Machine Odin setup might actually be better, because that counters everything. Um, that counters unit attack, area effect attack, whereas Solidus Fenrir only covers magic and slash. Solidus doesn't cover all physical attack. Um, and then from there, I decided I wanted to go Shiva and Secrets of the Heart. Uh, I was interesting thing about Titan. I pulled him a lot later than when he first came out, but because of when he came out, I was kind of broke pulling Glaciella. So what I did with Titan was I just bought all the shards for Titan, and then I was like, I'll eventually pull Titan. If not, there are always in the shop. You can always get these select vision card, where you can just pick the vision card you want, and that's how I got Trousseau, because Trousseau is actually insanely difficult to pull. By the way, this is a picture of Mashuri, if you didn't notice. These are all pictures of people, of characters, and this is actually a picture of Mashuri, and I didn't know for the longest time. I was like, oh, what's up with that picture? Echoing Screams is really good. I think my second UR is the Golem, but I never really leveled up Golem because I didn't really see the HP as that big of a value. Um, this Job Crystal, if you can afford like $3 in the game, is insane. It covers its value multiple times over. Because 70 attack, 70 magic is nothing to laugh at, nothing to scoff at. And then 50% job, this is insane. Like this will give you your JP real fast. So it's very good value. This card is very good value. Uh, I got this card for free during the Euro event, and it gives 30% attack 30% attack up. This is basically the party effect of Vow of Love. And the bestow effect isn't as good as Vow of Love, but it's still pretty good. 50% job points again. So this helps me get job points for units that I want to kickstart real fast, because generally the new units also have a job point boost. So they'll get something like 300% job points. And if you have the job quests, that's like an extra 3,000 job from the 1,000 job point quest. Cards that I want to level up is Frederica's Dreams. I mean, eventually I guess I'll finish Titan. But Frederica's Dreams and Snowfield. I think I have shards for this. Nope. That's for the piercing team, right? And I guess if it doesn't I guess if it doesn't work, what I would do is I'll run uh I'll run uh attack percentage, and then I'll run Titan for pierce. Because then it'll just be like, okay, instead of pierce attack, I get man eater. Let's see what else is what else was okay. Actually, this was also one of my first 3 URs. I pulled this during the event. I don't think it's that good. People say it's. I believe Dr. Diggs was the one that says this was one of the best cards, must pull cards for the, I guess, accuracy. I don't know. I don't know why this was a must pull card. I think they were talking about I think they were mixing this card up with the other Ramza card, the Scion of Bielov card, the one with the agility. Because accuracy 10 doesn't do jack. Hell, I don't think accuracy 25 does anything either. Um, not when you're, not if that's all you're running. So you have to run some additional accuracy stuff. Secret Orders is really good. Exorcist. Interesting thing about Exorcist. because it's a limited time card and because it's so good for Odoa, and because there's a buff in JP when it first came out. This is the anti-evade card if there was one, because it comes with a move that's guaranteed to hit a unit and reduce their evade. In JP, that's the Vision card ability. Uh, because of that, like I actually grinded pretty hard to get this card to have the max number of shards for this. But this card's insane. Slash resist, piercing up, defense pierce, man eater. You give Oldoa this, she's a beast. And then so basically you pair that up with Titan and Ifrit. I've actually seen some. I think I've actually fought someone like that yesterday that had a Glaciella Super Stern team that was all out attack, and that's what they were running. So it was crazy. Um, I really like this card as well. I think this is one of the Glaciella cards. Glaciella and Victoria get Pierce 11. You get Man Eater. A lot of these bestow effects make these cards, these newer cards, incredibly OP. And the missile resist. This is when I actually need to counter missile. Right now, all the maps have reduced missile damage, so it's not. So you're not seeing too many gunners. But once that's gone, this will be very effective against gunners. Also, it's got two of my favorite characters, Glaciella and Victoria. Uh, yes, I'm on Team Glaciella, not Mashuri, if that makes any sense. I do think Mashuri looks better, uh, but she's not like hands-on like Glaciella is fighting for her own kingdom. They're making Mashuri into a kind of a damsel in distress situation, even though she's supposed to be really strong. Some of these other cards that are good. Cleansing the Mind, I think I hear is pretty good. Missile attack resist, lock up. This card right here, Birth of New Life. This would be what I would level up if I didn't have Secrets of the Heart. Secrets of the Heart is basically made for Katone because of the Earth attack up, but if you didn't have that, you can always level this. And having max HP up for Katone is really good for the Drain Force. Blood Moon is really good. I was also able to max him out, but he's 4 stars. What I'm capped out here on is Gil more than anything. Um, area of attack resist, area attack up resist. My God, can't even read that right. Anyway, so this is one of the better defensive cards to defend against AoE. I have him at 4 stars because he's limited. Oh, and my game crashed. I have him at 4 stars because he's limited, but he's not like must have. He's not like a must have, and realistically, because Death Machine is a thing, I much rather have Death Machine because I don't want the minus stats that he comes with. I think that's basically all my vision cards, and I guess since the system crashed, I guess we'll call it here for today, and then we'll go back to Arena.